Hey, I'm Lumi and I'm a content creator for SoaR that specializes in getting high damage games. And in today's video, I'm going to be watching a high damage game I got on World's Edge and try to help you get better at farming damage and maybe even help you get your first 4K damage game. So the first big part that obviously most people should understand if you're trying to get high kills or high damage is you want to land at a hot drop. My hot drop this game, turned out to be countdown, so I just landed here, started looting, knew someone landed over here, so I started pushing them. Right here, you see me get a lot of damage on this team, and I knocked 2 of them. Doesn't seem like their third is anywhere nearby, so I'm, safe to, farm the knocks. That's a big part as well, is when you want to get a lot of damage, you want to farm the knocked players, if you can. If you can't, and you attempting to will just get you killed or just put you in a bad position, don't do it. Also, a big thing with hot drops, as you see right here, also sometimes you don't even have to rotate that much. People can just rotate into you, which helps a lot and will just make the games a lot better. This is a very important part as well. As much as we hate having it happen to us, third partying is a huge part of getting these type of games. So right here, I know there's just 2 teams fighting, and I just push up, try to get myself involved in the fight. I don't push up too hard and get myself sandwiched in between them, because that can lead to you dying. You never want to be the center of attention. You always want to be playing around fights, I guess. Because being the center of attention just means, 6 people are going to focus you, or however many people is in that fight is just going to focus you. It's just not going to end out well for you. I hear footsteps, so I get a little worried. It's a Wraith. I hit them for a good amount of damage. They didn't hit me at all. Chase them down. I get the kill. This is what I was talking about when I said people will rotate into you. I didn't have to look for that Wraith. That Wraith came to me. So I'm going to use the new thing they added, which is called the evac tower. It's basically a deployable jump tower, which is very cool for rotates and getting high kill and high damage games like this, because it just allows for easy rotates and it's a portable Valkyrie ult. I rotate to Fragment because I know that besides the one I landed at, Fragment is going to be the hottest POI to go to. So learn where your dropship goes and to see what places people are dropping besides the one you're going to land at, because that's very important as well. Because you don't want to just drop and then go in a random spot where you don't know anyone is. So over here, I'm trying to farm as much damage as I can, farming downs. Yeah, so you can see right here, I'm just playing around people. I'm not really getting into too many head-on fights with people. That's one thing I will also say, is that avoid getting into fights where a full 3-stack or it's a full team in general is focusing you. Try to stay play around them, I guess, because it's a lot harder to 1v3 when the entire team is focusing you. Alright, at this point of the video, I hit 4,000 damage, and I'm in the top 5. I have 15 kills, there's, a couple of teams left, and there's a couple around me, so I can farm a lot more damage here. Being fast is the most important thing about getting these high damage games. You want to have efficiency when it comes to, pretty much everything. As I'm rotating the zone, I see that there's a couple of people, on the bridge in front of me, so I'll take that as an opportunity to try to get some kills, get some damage, before I fully rotate the zone and try to find the rest of the people in the game. I've noticed it's a full team now. Back up and bad. That's one thing that I will say, is that when you can heal. Always be full health if you can. So now I'm just going into zone. That team is going too far away, and that's not worth for me to chase. And being in that tunnel is just not ideal for surviving as a solo player, especially against a full team. So I would just prefer to rotate the zone, meet them at another spot, and just take that fight at another time. A big thing people need to know is that it's never a bad thing to back away from a fight, especially when solo queuing, when it's very hard to pick apart teams. At this point of the game, I know it's an end our harvester, so I really don't have to do much rotating. So I can just sit here, wait for teams to start fighting, and push into them, just loot up, wait for stuff to start happening, start getting damage then. So right there, I one clip the Octane, try to get the full. I can't do it right now because the Bangalore ult, and that's fine. You know, I got a good amount of damage on him. I go over here and, you know, make it so I can look down on them, so it's a, you know, better advantage for me. I one clip the Ash. I see a lifeline running towards them, and I, you know, try to kill them. Hit the Octane for 174. I know I turn around and I full kill his teammates, so it's the extra damage, and then I kill the Octane. You don't have to do that, obviously, but I just like getting as much damage in my games as possible. You won't. I typically run between the R301 and the R99, and just the R99 and the flatline, as I did in this video. Typically, I do the R3 because it's just a better weapon in my opinion. More people carry light ammo now. That goes back to what I was saying about, you know, backing out of fights you're probably not going to win. I took a lot of damage from that Bangalore by getting close to her, and I just queued up and batted, and that's not a bad thing. So right here, I'm doing a lot of damage to this team. Even though I have more HP than both of them, because I knocked one and I broke the other one. We're talking about loadouts. You want to really carry a lot of ammo and just all around have a weapon that you can use at medium, longer range, because that's where the most damage comes in, is from farming people at range. You can obviously get a 4K with using guns like a Wingman, or just a Wingman PK, or Wingman R99. But using an R301, a flatline, even a G7 Scout or a 3030 repeater, this is going to help you a lot more than if you were to use SMG and like a shotgun. So the Valkyrie flies towards me like a little mosquito, and I just one clip her. I notice our other two teammates are going to be close to me, so I'm full healing, making the fight as, you know, in my favor as possible. One clip the Vantage. See, I could take the fight with the Ash and, you know, with the HP I had, but, you know, I wanted to make sure I will win that fight. So I just bat, you know, because I can. Obviously very risky, but if you can farm the downs and do what I was doing, or I was getting shot at, which isn't the most ideal, but if you can do it, then do it. Alright, so I've closed the game off with a 1v3 for the win. To pretty much summarize everything in the video I talked about, just land hot, fight as many people as possible without getting greedy and putting yourself in a bad spot. Back out of fights when you need to. Loot quickly and rotate fast, and use loadouts that are good and have close and long range, such as the R99 and the R301 or flatline. Hope this video helped you guys learn something. Good luck on getting your 4K damage game.